Hello.
Good afternoon.
Us
It's
again.
just afternoon from Lee and Belinda at Chateau Mareuil. So it's a bit overcast here today, but it's incredibly warm. We have just got over, I think, an incredibly busy weekend. We did a double changeover weekend again this week, so on Friday and on Sunday. But we're now approaching the middle of a quieter week. We have got guests in the studio, Caroline and Andy, who were scheduled to be married here at the end of May this year, but clearly for reasons we all know and don't like very much, that couldn't happen. And we also have in the chateau, we've got two charming families from Holland who are enjoying, we think, from all the laughing and the screaming and shouting in the pool, really enjoying their holiday.
You may hear some of that in a minute.
For 2 weeks.
And I can't tell you, the humidity is unbelievable. The current temperature here is it's dropped down to about 32, 33.
It's an insect, by the way.
And it's a low cloud base, and it rained yesterday for a couple of hours, so there's a lot of
It's
humidity.
sultry.
Anyway, to get on with the story rather than rambling on, the building behind us, no one's really seen before. We don't know what to call it, so we literally called it the tool shed. And as you can see,
The old tool shed.
The old tool shed, the ancient tool shed. Anyway, it's attached to the donjon, but what we're going to do is do a quick whirlwind tour around to show you what it's like inside, and also pop up some photographs with some ideas we've had of converting it into a gîte.
We'd love to do. Here we are at the ye oldie tool shed. It's not very French, is it?
Ye oldie tool shed.
Which, as you can see, is attached quite firmly to the donjon. We're not sure when that was attached. Lee, have you got an idea of when?
No, I really don't. I don't want to commit to a date in case I get it
it's
wrong. I don't really know.
Quite a long time ago, and you can see that from the construction. Not that I'm an expert, but even I can see that these are old windows
And very old weeds.
and
Some very old weeds, Belinda.
weeds, not so old elderberries, and a very, very old door with a very old bolt.
That still works.
So it's got a pitched roof. We're not sure what it was used for.
It's more like a cat slide roof. If I go around this side, I think
a cat slide?
you can see. Well, it's more like a cat slide. It's not a proper cat slide.
Terms here.
Because that's in relation to where this is. You can see the donjon now, and then I'll just spin it around slightly so you can see how it sits in relation to where the chateau is and where our cottage is.
And this is pretty much opposite the studio.
Yeah. So that's the roof that I've called a cat slide. Whether that's technically correct or not, I don't know, but it's quite a sloping roof. So what we're now going to do, Belinda's going to take you inside, and we'll have a show you around inside and let Misty. I don't think Misty the dog's a bit scared of going inside, aren't you, Misty?
Spiders.
Spiders. She doesn't like spiders or cats.
This grapevine we planted a couple of years ago, didn't we? Do
Yeah.
you remember we thought it was a weed, and actually Tony, our work away, had chunked it out on the compost.
Yeah, and we had to salvage it off
And
the
then we
compost
thought, no,
heap.
it's not, it's a grapevine. And hey presto,
We've actually got grapes on it.
grapes this year. That's only
Yeah.
2 years later. So I'm going to take you inside the old tool sheddy.
Ye old tool shed.
The old.
It's changing names as we go on. Put a
Red
light on
lights
because
there.
it's really dark in there.
Oh yeah. Lee, fab lighting. Did you design it?
No, this is not one of my designs. So started at the front door and then gradually wending our way around. What this room or this building has become, as you can see, it's a bit of a dumping ground for our old hose pipes, barbecues. We've got a stack of push bikes that we brought from England with us, and they're here. Dead umbrellas, which we got from a place called Eco Gem, and they virtually break as you look at them. They break before your very eyes, and they're not cheap either. But you can see there's like a double height layer to this. That's an open window that goes through into the donjon, and then you can see, if I come down here, this is my proud shelving building moment, which Belinda never lets me forget about. It's called a tool shed because right at the back you can see a hoe, and that's, I think, the only tool in here apart from my bush cutter, which is laying on the floor here. We've got sinks in here, bits of stuff from garden, fencing. safety helmets for use with the garden cutter, saws, and you can see we've got a very good quality collection of spiders webs in the windows. That's pure class. Oil on spiders web.
Top-notch spider residence.
Look at this. Yeah, this is, we ought to charge.
There.
Let's just zoom in on that. We ought to charge these spiders money because look at that.
They've got 2 floors.
2 floors, and I'm going to turn the camera up now so you can see right up between. Now, what you can see here is a breeze block wall. We don't know when that was built, but obviously breeze block is pretty recent. And what I think is going from the left to the right to where the breeze block wall is, you can see that metal black line is a metal tie bar, and you can see in that corner the tie bar was used to tie the 2 ends of the building in, and I think at some point the tie bar's come unclaimed. It's doing absolutely nothing now, it's just sitting there, but possibly that wall fell down and someone's rebuilt it with plaster.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah. But the interesting thing for me is that's almost like a mezzanine floor. So Belinda and I have been toying with what we could do with this. So one of the ideas we had at first was to bring a staircase, a new staircase up here, and put a new minstrel's gallery in across, put a false window in here, and backlight the window to make it look like it's a natural window, but it's actually false, and then build a flooring in here with an ensuite shower
on that
room
mezzanine
and
bit,
bedroom
Lee, I'm
on
just
top of the mezzanine.
Yeah.
But that only gives us 1 bedroom, and then at the ground floor, what we could do is underneath where the staircase is, in this area here where the bikes are stored, perhaps put a small kitchenette, and over that side have a kind of salon lounge type area, so it'd be quite comfortable.
It's actually quite a big space. It's so cluttered at the moment. It really is our junk store. But actually, Lee, you know, that's not bad floor space, is it?
No.
For a small, I think, you know, we could get a little family of 4 in here.
Well, one of the other ideas, which I'll come on to in a minute, involves changing the staircase position. But one of the things I would say is when we were having the swimming pool put in, we had mains water, mains drainage and electrics brought up to the outside of this building. So to tap into
that over there where that spidery window
where the
is?
spiders collection is.
Yeah.
So to tap into it is a relatively easy thing for us to do because all the hard work was done 2.5 years ago with the pool. So the alternative to a side staircase is to have a flying staircase up the centre of the space. And what that will do is if we put a mezzanine floor here and a little bit extending over this open area here, it gives the possibility of 2 bedrooms upstairs. And I think they'd make a comfortable 2 double bedrooms.
Or a double and 2 singles.
Or a double and 2 singles
for family,
for a
or
family
friends,
with a couple
or
of
friends.
kids, or some friends, or even our own family as overflow.
It's more flexible if you have a couple of singles.
And then we could, because the water's all on this side, we could put the kitchen at one part and have upstairs bathrooms along the back room, 2 shower rooms, because baths take up too much space, but 2 shower rooms are good. And then we've got a lovely space underneath the stairs where we could put like a galley kitchen like you'd find in a super yacht or something, which would be really quite a novel way to use the space. The other thing I thought of, not sure if it's a viable thing, but it's a spiral staircase up the centre, which I think would be a really nice feature. And it's quick and easy to do it because you can buy it in, here in France you can buy them as modules, and you just got to work out the striking off plate and the landing place, and once you've done that, we've got all these lovely really solid beams here, oak beams that have never moved for years.
Lee, how old do you think these beams are? They look absolutely ancient.
I reckon they're a few hundred years old, those, to be honest.
And they're oak, I take it.
And they're oak, it's all oak. Yeah.
So follow me now. I'm going to show you around the back of this building. This, as you will see, is very near to the swimming pool. We think it would make an ideal little holiday apartment, little holiday home. And I'll show you where you could sit and have a barbecue or just a glass of wine.
Or maybe some gin, Belinda.
Or a cup of tea.
Mirabelle gin, I've got the Mirabelle gin. Hey, countdown to Mirabelle gin. It's been in stove for about 2 weeks, so I reckon another 2 weeks we can open that up. maybe not such a good idea, eh? Okay.
So this is our greenhouse here, which many of you will have seen before. What we thought was we could remove the greenhouse somewhere else and just make this into a little patio. Well, there's already a hard standing there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. The hard
So we
standing
could make
exists.
this into a small area for a barbecue and
you
a
go down
table
that
and
way.
chairs. I'll come down here.
Yeah, because so that's where that spidery window emerges
the other side.
on this side, and you can see
The breeze block wall from the
wall.
outside.
and
the
Belinda
rather
standing
dead-looking
underneath a
kiwi.
kiwi fruit that looks like it's been roasted.
Tomatoes are just over there.
I know, so it's a nice place. You know,
Quick
got
look at the
really good
tomatoes.
views over the fields,
lovely.
and on a rich day is when helicopters land. So let's follow Belinda back down the staircase. I'm not going to film the pool because we've got guests in there at the moment and it'd be rude. So, and here's the other spidery window.
Where did you find that sign?
The sign was in there, and it was. What does it say, Belinda?
Pêche, pêche interdite, so fishing...
Not allowed.
Not permitted, no, fishing's not allowed. It's a rather stiff door, hold on. Clunk. With the ancient hook.
And ye ancient mutt.
Do you know what the word
Nisty
is
the
for
dog.
hook in French? Is crochet.
Crochet.
Yeah,
No, I didn't
crochet
know that.
means hook. So when I crochet, that's what it's called hooking in French.
Oh, okay. It's got
So,
a whole
there we are.
different connotation in England, being a hooker, isn't it?
That's our old garden tool shed. Garden
The old shed.
Old tool shed. The old
The
shed.
old shed.
We need a name for it. We need to be much more clever than
I
that.
know,
That's
we've
a
not
great
been
name.
very inventive, but you know what? One of the things that I would like you to do is show people where we sit in the evening.
Okay. So just here is our favourite place to sit in the evening. So the sun goes down behind Lee's head over there. We typically move our garden bench that we sit on so that we're in the sun until the last possible opportunity. And one of our favourite things to do with a glass of wine is dream about our plans for the future of this place. And actually that old garden shed comes up time and time again, doesn't it, in our
Yeah,
in
we
our
just sit
thinking.
here.
It's one of my favourite little dreams, that one over there.
We sit here and ponder and pontificate on what we can actually do with the tool shed.
I think we might get to it next year. What do you think?
I think so. It depends, but I think we would have had a good go at it this year. But what with the coronavirus stuff, COVID, and everyone having to cancel their holidays, it's meant a bit of a restriction on our restriction. There's been a halt on our cash flow, so all projects stopped. But maybe next year, if the virus disappears, we'll be able to get a full booking. I mean, a full booking, and then use the money to do more renovation.
A bit warm for this, Lee. Do you fancy it around your shoulders?
No, not at all. So that's our little tour of our tool shed.
He's modelling.
But here's me.
This is my latest baby blanket, and again,
Voila.
some of you might have seen me with a few of these little squares. I've now finished it. The ends aren't sewn in yet, but so this is for the next baby.
We've got 2 baby grandchildren on their way.
Yeah, and 2 more friends' babies on their way very
So,
soon.
Belinda's
So
been
that's one of 4.
crocheting like mad in the evenings.
And that's for a boy or a girl, because we don't know which yet. So, hope you've enjoyed our little tour of another part of the chateau. We don't know a lot about it. We don't go in the old tool shed very often.
No, I do, because I have to, because that's where my tools
I don't,
are.
with all those
Belinda, this is a
spiders.
place Belinda fears to tread.
I do.
So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. We've
Watch
still
us-
got lots
well,
of ideas
we do.
about what we can do, and it could change, but that's the current thinking.
So our plans may evolve, they will develop. You will see something happening there in the near future. Thank you ever so much for watching. We're so
Bye.
grateful to you. Carry on
Thanks very much.
subscribing, share it with all your friends, and hope you're dealing with the hot weather, unlike us,
Yeah, we're wilted.
who are fading.